Hi, guys. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful week. Today, we're going to be learning a little bit about the Mongols. If you have already started your Moby Max assignment, then you probably already know a little bit about the Mongols, but today we're going to take a deeper dive. So, starting from Google Classroom, you're going to go, or starting you're going to go to My Class, Virtual Social Studies, Classwork. Once you get to classwork, this is where everything is organized by day. So today in class, I'm going to leave these things here for right now because, hopefully you guys have already done them, but not everyone has, and as well as the Moby Max link. But today we're going to click on the Mongols. Oh, right here. And then we have some instructions. So, basically throughout all of your walks of life, you're going to have instructions and directions, like from baking to traveling, even to whatever career path that you choose. There are going to be instructions to follow. So it is important, it is imperative that you guys read the instructions before you try to complete any assignment. So my instructions today says, hello. Today we're going to take a deeper look into the Mongols. As you work your way through the Google Slides, please fill out the Mongols student notes. You will be turning this in. One thing that we've been doing for forever is make a copy. You'll have to go to File and make a copy in order to type into it. And let me know if you have questions. I'll be posting this. Oh, here's this video. Yay! So, also have a fantastic day. So, what you're going to do, you're going to click and you're going to open the Mongols Google Slides presentation created by yours truly. There is a typo in there I need to fix, but I haven't got to that yet. Okay. And then after you open the Google Slides, you're going to need to open the Google Docs. All right, you do not need to make your own copy of the slides presentation, but you do need to make a copy of your doc. So you'll go in here, you'll go to File. It's taking forever. I hope yours doesn't take forever. Anyways, you're going to go to File, down to make a copy, okay? And then you can rename it whatever you want. So I'm going to go over this first. So these are your notes. You are going to be submitting these to me because even though that these are your notes, at the bottom is a writing prompt. So this is like a 2-day assignment. This is what we're going to be doing the rest of the week. So the first thing that it asks you to do, you're gonna type 3 good things and 3 bad things that you learned about the Mongols from the John Green video. And so the John Green video is over here in the slides. Maybe if I close that tab out, it'll load. Okay, so once you open this is just some information and some pictures. These are our I can statements. And as the standards, what I'm required to teach you. And this is just some information that you've probably seen before, but you can't see this stuff too many times. All right, here's the video. So this is the video that you're going to watch. You're going to watch it. As you're watching, you can do a split screen or however works best for you. And you're going to put 3 good things about the Mongols and 3 bad things. All right, the next thing you're going to do is vocabulary. There is another just little tidbit of information right here. And you are any words that you were unsure of, that you don't know, because there are words in there that you probably don't know, you're going to add them right here to vocabulary. And then you're going to go find the definition. So, I know that some people weren't sure, maybe what illiterate meant, or down here, agrarian societies, If, even in any of these words that you are unsure of, you need to put right here and you need to define them. Next is your opinion. Ooh, we all like to give our opinion. So these are different factors that come into play when building a successful empire. And I want to know, what are your top 5? So over here on the docs, it says, it has 5. There's a prompt. What are the 5 most important factors? Like this is just you. There's no right or wrong answer here. This is your opinion. All right. So the next part 2, the historical research. That's mainly what we do in social studies. We look at sources and, we analyze them. So you're going to read through these sources. Now, these are primary sources. These are actual things that happen. Like, these are accounts of people who lived during this time. Like, I have themed it as like you're a spy, and you've been sent out by the ruler of a neighboring state at the time of the Mongols were on the rise. Your ruler is curious about the nomadic group and is concerned about future squabbles. If you know anything about the Mongols, you know they like to squabble. Your job is to report on what these people and like what they do and their ways of life and what it was like to live under their control. These are focus questions. You do not have to answer these, okay? These are just trying to get your mind focused on the assignment. Here is your first source. So there are 2 different accounts here. So these sources came from an overhearing of a conversation in a letter that you came across. So you're going to read these sources. You're going to come over here. You're going to answer these questions like who wrote it and when, what does it say? So these things like context, corroboration, objectivity, and credibility, these things are a huge part of the inquiry standards that we teach in social studies. So it's important that you guys do this. You guys will want to have this because once you get down to the rubric and the writing prompt, you're going to want to have this information here. And if you go ahead and put it here, it's already ready and available to you. So you're going to read through these sources. You're going to answer those questions. Here's source number 2, number 3. Then you have another spy journal entry. So you're going to put your findings in the spy journal entry, okay? Like this needs to be at least 3 or 4 sentences. Like one sentence or just a few words, that's not 7th grade level. That's not going to work. So, if you want a good score, you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do your part. We have another entry. We have more sources. That was like a long source. Okay, so that's why you only have like one. You're going to, again, you're going to put who wrote it and when. You're going to, does it corroboration? Does it fit the historical narrative? Okay, does it seem like it is in the right place? Does it seem like is it similar to the other things that you know? That's what's important about corroboration. If you don't understand what these mean, then you need to look them up. So corroborate, is it the same or is it different? Is that source, like is source number 2, does this have different information than you read up here in these sources, or is it pretty much the same? That's like, so if it's the same, then yeah, it corroborates. If it's different, if it's completely different and you think that this source right here, this second other source is describing another different empire, then it does not corroborate. And biases. What biases would this person have? Like, if they were a captive of the Mongols, they're probably not going to say positive things about the Mongols. So they would have a biased account. It would be a biased account because they've been captured and they probably want to go home, and they're probably like their account is going to be negative. So that's like what bias is and objectivity. Credibility. Do you trust this source? Is this a good source? Is this based on true factual information, or is it based on opinions of others or conspiracy theories? Because if it's based on opinions of others and conspiracy theories, it is not credible. In social studies, we do not base our findings on information like that. These things have to be credible. When dealing with history, they have to be factual. They have to be primary sources, okay? So then that's where you answer the next spy journal. Okay, here is your third part. This is probably the toughest part, but this is, this is important, and this is how I'm going to grade you. Like, you need to have all this stuff completed, but you also have to have this writing part complete. So after looking at the evidence you've gathered, like all the stuff above, it's time to wrap your thoughts into a paragraph. Your paragraph must be a 3.8 paragraph. No doubt about it. If it's not 3.8, then it already knocks you down from distinguished. It must be a 3.8 paragraph to get a 50 out of 50. Pick one of the questions to answer. So you get a choice. You get to pick. What was the impact of Mongol conquest on both Mongol society and the societies they conquered? Or you can choose explain how the Mongol Empire reestablished and intensified contact between various parts of Afro-Eurasia. And that means like Africa, or no, yeah. It means Africa, like North Europe and Asia. Okay, that's Afro-Eurasia. We have added this rubric. You guys should be familiar with these terms: novice, apprentice, proficient, distinguished. Okay, this tells you what grade this is how we're going to grade it. So, whenever you turn this in to me and I read it, this is what I'm going to be using. If like you're going to get a novice if you don't have a topic sentence, no evidence or little evidence, not a lot of good communication, and distracting errors. Okay. So, and then, and if you want a distinguished, you know how to get it. And I know that you guys should be able to write distinguished. And that is my goal, or at least for this paragraph. This is not like a whole essay. This is one paragraph, a 3.8 paragraph. And there's a lot of information that you can use. Also, if you copy and paste, you will not get a 50 out of 50. If you copy and paste something from the internet, I know that. I have read enough stuff that I can tell college level stuff and seventh grade stuff. Even the smartest seventh graders, I can still tell the difference. So if you copy and paste, like, don't think you're getting one over on Miss Harris, because like I know my stuff. So you will not get a perfect score if it's evident that you've copied and pasted. So just do it. Just write your own paragraph, and and we'll be good. All right. So that is it for this assignment. I have a couple of other things on the agenda. I would like to start hosting Google Meets, but most of the time nobody really shows up to those. But I really want to come up with a way that I can, check in with you guys one-on-one. So I plan to maybe have like a sign up sheet, and you can pick a day and a time, and we can collaborate, we can talk, we can just, even if it's just to say hello and talk about your day, that's what I want to do. That's important to me. So, and because I like to have like a personal relationship with all of my students. I like to get to know them and know what makes their minds work, and know what questions to ask them to get them to learn. So be prepared for that. I plan on rolling that stuff out pretty soon. There is also going to be an extra credit assignment to bail some people out. It's going to be about Middle Ages in Japan. So be on the lookout for that. I hope to post that in just a few minutes. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day.